Do you really need to have it all to get that one good picture? Do you need to have all these lamps or lenses for every possible frame? 25, 50, 75, macro, portrait, movie? The answer is, I don't know.
Attaquez-lui! Attaquez-lui!
But I do know one thing, this lens gives you all these questions. You ask them all the time around every time you hit the shutter button or the record button. This lens is very small, very cheap, sufficient. It depends for whom. Some people need to have everything, be ready for any situation. I'm not a great photographer or videographer, as you can see. I took a few photos and made a poor film. But I had enough time to convince myself for this lens. The construction is made of aluminium, which such dimensions turn into a hard lens that can withstand the falls, unless you hit the lens. The workmanship is good as well, it's brilliant for the price. The rings move very smoothly without a lot of resistance. With 50mm in our hands we can often miss this zoom adjustment. It's just that they have such a lens, you adapt to it yourself, by looking for stuff that uses the maximum potential. What's great about this lens is that when you go out for a walk with the dogs, to the store, or at least to do something, you don't take the whole bag with the rest of your stuff, just a camera with a lens that will easily fit into any pocket. I had no problem with my Sony, I just took the camera and did my job. Just like the people around me, don't look at what I'm doing. All they see is a small camera, probably taking some picture and that's it. Different with my 18 to 105 f4, where it screams, hey, hey, look at me, I'm a photographer. Of course, not everything is so great. When you edit photos in Lightroom, this lens has no support and you have to set this lens correction manually. It's just not even on the list. Sometimes it can make a good photo worse. The same blur can sometimes be seen that it is jagged or blurs the background badly. It is not always the case, but with grass it can be noticed. Another thing that may be a downside for someone is the ability to set only manual focus. After all, this lens is one of the cheapest, which is understandable. Shooting movie with this lens is possible, but forget about shooting motion. Installing a follow focus can be difficult as well. Looking at the full thing, this lens worked great for me as a beginner. It forced me to think differently and find frames in which it would work better. Personally, I would gladly recommend this lens to any person who is starting out and does not have a large budget. So if that's what you are looking for, why not give it a try? For my part, that's all. Thank you very much for watching.